At ease, brothers. You know, I'm always talking about going inside, right? And when I'm talking about going inside, I'm talking about going into that, original place of creation. I'm talking about going into that mind space. I'm talking about going into that fifth dimension of what a lot of people call, right? I'm talking about going to the place where God lives. I'm talking about going into that sanctum sanctorum. I'm talking about going to that holy place. But the thing is this, man, with the world doing everything that it's doing now, it's not enough to just go to that place. It's not just enough to go inside. Man must live from that place now. And when I say live from that place, what I mean is, I've talked, on several occasions, man, where sometimes I'll just shut down and I may spend a number of hours in meditation. In other words, I may spend hours in reality. And when I say reality, I'm talking about, like when I say the same place, when I say meditation, sleep, death, it's all the same thing. It's all the same place. It's just that we're deeper submerged in those states, right? So I'm talking about spending time in that reality. But the thing is this, man, we have to start learning to bring that vibration out of our meditation. And like I said in a previous video, meditate with our eyes open. Like be in this third dimensional world, still in that mental state. And I'll be honest, man, sometimes it takes, like I've been telling my brothers, man, I'll wake up in the morning, check my emails, check my texts. And brother, I may shut my ringer off for 10 hours, 12 hours. Sometimes for the whole day. Don't even check it. Don't even look at it. Because I need my reality to be just like my mind space. I don't need any interruptions. And the thing about that, brothers, when you do that, when you move like that, what will happen is, and I said this before, it will create a bubble around you. You will create a whole nother world within this world. Psalms 91, that layer of protection, that layer of understanding. You'll create a whole nother world within that world. I like, when I say that, I think about the movie Denzel Washington, Hurricane. It was a movie about the boxer, Hurricane, Reuben Carter, I believe his name was, right? And Reuben Carter ended up going to prison. I don't want to give you a spoiler, but Reuben Carter went to jail for a long time for a crime that he didn't commit. And the thing is, when they first put brother Reuben in jail, man, he was freaking out, man. He couldn't take it. He could, but if you go through the movie, man, once he got understanding, once he started getting certain knowledge about things, once he found calmness, once he found zero frequency, right? The brother was in a whole different state. He got to the point, man, where he was wanting to get out of prison so bad to the point where when the prison guards would open his door and say, you know what, it's time to come out. You can be free amongst the population. The brother was like, nah, I'm good. Like I'm just sitting there chilling in my cell. To be honest, what he was saying was, I'm not even here right now. Like I'm living inside. In other words, what he was saying was, there's a whole nother world that exists that you can't see. Like, yeah, I can sit here and freely communicate with you. You can see my body, but brother, I'm not even here. There's a whole nother series of events, man. I'm living a whole nother life. So when I say going inside and living there, that's what I'm talking about, brothers. That's what I'm talking about. But the thing is this, man. You have to understand, when you go inside, when you live inside, when you create that bubble, it's gonna cause some riffraff from those around you. I'll say this: anybody that's living their life in a vibration that's not equal or close to the vibration that you created, brother, there's gonna be some riffraff. There's gonna be a little static. There's gonna be some misunderstandings. And the thing is this: when it comes to your partners, it's easy to deal with that. It's easy to say, you know what? Okay, me and old boy, we used to be cool, but we don't vibe no more. It's cool to say, you know what, man, the brothers and the people at work, man, like, you know what, I just ain't got time for them. They doing something else. I'm gonna go to my job, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm out of there. It's easy to separate yourselves from that, man. But I'm gonna tell you this: when it comes to the woman in your life, for some reason, man, it's a lot more difficult to say, you know what? Okay, man, this woman is in my life. I love her, I care for her. But now she, we no longer vibrate with each other, man. And I'm gonna say this: it's hard for men to draw that line in the sand and separate themselves from that. It's a hard thing to do, brothers. It's a hard thing to do, man. So you got to ask yourself, man, can this woman reside on this island I've created? Can she reside in this world that either that I've created or I'm creating? Last night we had a live, man. Great live. Me and my brother Mr. Infinity went live last night, man, and talked about protecting your energy and creating your kingdom. And toward the end, man, a brother came on the live, man, and gave a super chat. Appreciate that super chat, brother. And he had a question, man. He said, in a nutshell, he said, man, I told my girlfriend I'm feeling lonely. And he said, at first, when I made that statement to her, I didn't really understand what I was saying myself. He said, I made this statement to my girl. He said, I heard myself say it, but I didn't even really understand what I was saying. Then toward the end of his statement, he said, you know what? I understand now that this world that I've created, this road that I'm going on, I understand now, man, that I have to walk this road alone. In this one statement, this brother showed the whole transition of his awareness and then his awakening. And I'm gonna tell you this, brothers. I'm gonna tell you this, man. When you're talking about incorporating a woman in your life, that woman is going to either make you or break you. I always said that a woman is a supercharger, man. If she's supercharging you in the wrong direction or bringing or putting low vibrations toward your motor, you got to ask yourself, man, can this woman reside on my island? Like, I'm in the process of building this kingdom. I built this kingdom. Can she reside here? You know what? It trips me out, man, when I hear people. I'm going to say this, man. Like, I don't know one man that doesn't want a woman in his life. You know what I'm saying? We can talk all this red pill. We can talk about go your own way and never look back. I'm going to tell you this, man. It is my belief that every man desires the companionship of a solid woman, a 5% woman. He desires. Any man that doesn't desire that, I kind of question, a few other things, man. But every man desires that. But I'm going to tell you what we mess up, brothers. And it's because not enough people were telling us this. It's imperative that when you come out the gate, 18 years old, 19, 21 years old, when you come out the gate, man, I'm going to tell you this. It will be hypocritical for me to sit here and say, brothers, don't date. Go find your purpose. Mission first. It will be hypocritical for me to say, man, don't even entertain women at all until you find purpose. Because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But I can tell you this, man, finding that purpose must be your priority. Because when you're a young man and you find a good woman and you bring her into your life, brother, a lot of things can go wrong based on that if you haven't found your direction in life yet. One thing I understood, man, is that like a woman really didn't even have this first thing is a woman didn't even really have a purpose in my life. Or a place in my life until I found purpose. But the main thing is this, and this is kind of what the brother was experiencing in the comment last night. If you bring somebody on the long way, like you end up getting married and then you find purpose, brother, there's going to be a strong shift in that relationship. Because like I said the other day, when a woman comes in your life, man, she has to be attaching to who you are and your mission. And if that hasn't been established, you can't establish the mission during halftime and think things are going to go right. Because I'm going to tell you this, man. I'm going to tell you this. If a woman attaches to a man and he doesn't have his mission, really she's only attaching to what he can do for her. She can only attach to the benefits of being with you. She can only attach to the amount of money you have. She can only attach to all these trinkets. She can only attach to the physical. She can't attach to your mission. So when she attached to you buying her all these things, when she attaches to you, going on frequent trips and buying jewelry and cars and earrings, and when she attaches to that, and one day you wake up and say, you know what? I found myself. And you start going your direction, but to understand you got a hard decision to make. you have a very difficult decision to make. Like I said, brother, it's easy to trim off the fat when it comes to your buddies. It's easy to keep your distance or damn near ignore the people at the water cooler. But when it comes to that woman, man, you bonded with, when it comes to that woman, man, you've maybe even procreated with, had children with, when it comes to that woman, man, you've talked about future things with, man, it gets a little more, it gets a little bit more difficult to again draw that line in the sand, man. But you have to ask yourself, brothers, can this woman survive on my island? Even you brothers that say, you know what, like, this is my girlfriend, like the brother in the scenario, this is my girlfriend, you know, and now I found purpose, and I know she loves me, I know she's attached to me. But if she can't feel this frequency I'm in, if she can't feel this frequency of where I'm going, if she can't see my vision, if she doesn't trust me, then brother, you gotta say she can't reside on my island, man. She can't live here. She can't reside in this space I've created. She can't reside in the future spaces I'll create. It's a hard thing, brothers. But the thing is, we have to start having this conversation. And I want to say with young men, but older men as well. Older men as well. You have men my age in their 40s. You have men that are older than me, 50s and 60s, that are still trying to bring women in their lives the long way and haven't defined who they are and where they're going. That's a dangerous thing, brothers. That's an extremely dangerous thing, brother. So you have to ask yourself, can this woman reside on my island? I think that once a man understands what his purpose is, like I always say, a man must know who he is and where he's going. Once he understands that, he has to be cool with walking that alone. He has to say, you know what, between today of me knowing my purpose and the day they put me in the grave, I have to be willing to lose my friends, my girl, my family, my job. Like, it might just be me on a mental and spiritual island for the rest of my life. And I have to be fine with that. But what a man understands, or what he'll soon find out, is that all fulfillment is there. Is that all those other people, places, and things that are now giving him, it's like his fulfillment is in that purpose. His fulfillment is in, that's what it means to worship God. If you want to go there, if we want to get churchy, that's what it means to worship God, to be a man of action, to meditate on a thing, to receive information, and to now walk in it.